video here to show you something on Nas that I've been trading a lot. If you're in my signals channel, you know that this is a pair that we trade a lot. Our accuracy on it is about 80%, if not more, which is great for any indices. This is a scalp sell we took the other day. Why? Because I saw a double top. Okay. Broke through. Right, we would have been trending up. Broke through. Test, test, test. Drop. All right. We have a dragonfly doji, which means we're going to have a reversal in the trend, and we got out. I called the buy. It ran up. Right? And I got us out here. The whole move, drop, cleared out. This is a liquidity grab. Okay? Drops down to clear out this whole move down here. Right? All the buys that are back here. We're going to clear them out. And then we're going to run up and let her go. Okay? Same thing happens here. Okay? We see a big sell down. Clears out about 50% of the previous move. A little more than that this time, but just about 50% of the previous move, which is generally speaking what we're going to see. That's what Nas likes to do. 50% of the previous move. Right? See this move right here? 50% cleared out. Comes back up. 50% cleared out. So it broke down through, broke its pattern. Okay? And we're sitting here thinking, okay, it's broken pattern. It's gonna come back up and test. Test, 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 test. And once it breaks out of this test, it's gonna continue the move down. It took a little longer than we would have liked. Obviously, it's a few hours here. But the second we saw it come back down again, right, a sell was sent out. And a lot of people took it. And what happened? It dropped, cleared out more than 50% of the move this time. All the way down, it cleared out this whole move. Cleared. Right? Comes back down. We have wicks. Right? Comes back up to test again. Breaks through. Right? Breaks through. Came straight down. And wicks out and comes straight back up. Right? This is our buy. Bought back up. Scalped an easy move. And got out. You know, of course, then we come back down to here. And we've got what looked like this beginning of a head and shoulders pattern. We caught another buy here on Nas. It ran up. And that's a really good one. I know that I have my SMA stuff. It's not a perfect strategy, the SMA. 8 and 50. But as you can tell, sometimes you can catch a really nice one. And what you look for is price to come back down below, come back up, come back down, and retest, and then it usually breaks through. That's like a, you know, a W, whatever you want to call head and shoulders pattern. Ran all the way up, comes back down, tests, up, 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 tests, up, 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 tests, up, 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 boom. Now we have another example of a really beautiful liquidity grab, right? Market opens this morning, 8 o'clock, and we have this bullshit happen, okay? The buy looks like it's starting, right? Looks like it really wants to start. So what do? Boom, drop price, get all of these orders out. All these people stopped out. Comes down, and then we have a double bottom right here, and buy straight up. So we caught this sell, came down, wick rejection, it's coming up, coming up, coming up. Second candle starts, buying. And it's going to go flying up after this. Like, I don't even know what the end result is of it. I'm on it still. This is Tuesday, July 13th, 10:25 a.m. Eastern Time. And I'm sitting here riding Nas. I trade the Nasdaq a ton. I've gotten very used to the nonsense moves that she tries to make, like this. It's always liquidity grabs, excuse me. And generally speaking, what's going to happen and what you're going to see happen is when it's a big dump like that and we see the rejection and it starts to come back up, you know that they want this move. This is the move they want. They want to be up here and running it, right? But they have to get rid of retail traders and everyone else in the meantime. So what do? They drive price down, and they lose money doing it. And by they, I'm saying market makers, the institutional guys. They will loss lead. So they get people to come down here, get their sells in, right? Oh man, it's going to dump. Wow, we've been waiting for the dump for a while. And it will. There is a price correction certainly happening, or going to be happening for NAS in the near future. But they drive it down. Everyone starts to get in here, right? Show you right here with this wick that they're still going to be buying, right? So they're hedging their buys as they're pushing price down. Liquidate a bunch of trades, so they make money up right there, right? I mean, they fund the brokers. Most of these financial institutions are funding brokers, so they get a percentage of that loss that you take, I am sure. And then ran price right up. Clear out as many people as you can, and then the move is all yours. If you know that these things are happening, the more and more you pay attention to NAS and how it moves, you can be prepared for this. Myself, I saw a price seemingly like it was going to come down, and I caught the sell. Okay? I saw this wick buy up, and I said, man, I don't know, maybe I should get out. This looks like a liquidity grab. Comes back up a little bit. I'm still holding it, and then it drops. I see it hit this bottom. The next candle comes out. Always wait for the next candle. It's one of my general rules. And now I'm riding NAS up. And it's a easy, you're making a few $100 right here on 0.01s, right? Like, nice and easy. So if you can ride the wave, if you can manage the emotions that Nasdaq puts you through, and you understand what's going on, you can really, really clean it up and make, a really good amount of money for yourself. So, you have to understand basically what's supply and demand, right? We know what's going up, okay? But there's always all these orders that are filled in here, and they're trying to clear you out of them. All right. Now, my overall sort of bias on NAS is that it's gonna, continue to go up for a while. It's been flying up lately, and there hasn't really been a price correction in a long time. Not a significant one. Obviously, this was back in March. Huge dump. Okay, huge one here, huge one here, huge one here, huge one here. Okay. At some point, we're at all-time high, like all the time. At some point, we're going to see it come back down and clear out some of this move. I've been targeting like the 13,600. If you're in my personal Telegram, if you're in our Signals channel, everyone's heard me talking about it for a while. I like to wait on that. The Nasdaq always has to go up, right? It's the top 100 tech companies. Every time number 100 falls below the line, number 101 joins the list. Microsoft, Tesla, Amazon, Apple, Google, kind of Nvidia, but those other ones, if you look at your ticker on a daily basis and you see all of those are red, right? Those are all dropping in price. The Nasdaq will move with those. Those 5 are so, like, they make up like 33% of the volume that's in this. So you'll see, when those drop, like, the Nasdaq is also going to drop with it too. Same thing with S&P 500. That's also pretty reliant on those ones as well. Not nearly as much. And the Dow Jones is not. Those are 30 of the largest companies in the country. So, granted, if it's super red on those big tech companies, it will be affected. But there's other companies in there that are just as big as those, if not even bigger. So it's a little different. But that's sort of how I trade Nasdaq, guys. You just have to keep your eye open for liquidity grabs and understand when they're happening. It's usually at 9:30 in the morning. 9:30 in the morning is when the New York Stock Exchange opens, New York time, Eastern Standard Time. And you'll see a lot of big moves happen during that, like right when that happens. Sometimes it can key off like an hour earlier at 8:30. But generally speaking, 9:30 in the morning. And then it'll make its, couple moves, and then the lunch hour will hit, and it sort of chills out. And then the afternoon session for the New York Stock Exchange starts around 2:30. So you'll see another set of pretty big moves on the Nasdaq around like 2:30 to 3 o'clock every day. So keep an eye out on it, test it, watch it, understand how she moves, and you can really clean up on it. Thanks, guys. Make sure that you like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. Feel free to share. I'm here to help, obviously. All the information on how to contact me is in the bio. And yeah, let's work on this together, guys, and make this easy. I feel as though retail traders are always out here trying to trade by themselves. And that's why we have a 90% loss rate. People go out there, try to learn all these things on their own. They gather a lot of poor information. They don't trade with each other. They don't get mentors. And they either lose and bankrupt themselves or whatever, blow their accounts, or they end up quitting. So don't be a 90%er, guys. I can help you.